Hey everybody, Raven here, and this is episode 2 of Coin Shop Talk with myself and the lovely co-host Stephanie, where today we're going to talk about coin shop etiquette and how to sell your coins when visiting your local coin shop.
First of all, I want you guys to know that we're here to help you. So help us help you. Let us know what you're interested in. Otherwise, I don't know where to lead you. Please ask questions. I really like when people want to know more. In our shop, we take pride in being able to educate our customers to help them know more so they can keep coming in and keep learning and educating us too.
That's very important because there's a lot of coin shops, and even when you're at coin shows, where there's dealers that don't want to take the time to work with you because knowledge is money, knowledge is power. When you come to Flying Eagle Coin Shop here in Oklahoma City, you'll actually have the chance to, get to know the people that work here and learn. We love educating you because the more you know and understand, the better you're going to be when you're going out and buying stuff elsewhere, and you'll be more successful because you'll get knowledge that is actually valuable. It's one of those things that should be a given across the board, but unfortunately there's a lot of coin dealers that are older guys set in their ways, and they really just kind of want to get your stuff, get your money, so to speak, give you your coins and move you on down the road.
Here at Flying Eagle Coins, our numismatists have over 100 years of experience between all the guys. So we've got someone who knows about world coins, someone who knows about currency, Confederate money, tokens. We don't do stamps at all. Gold, silver, ancients.
You're the expert in jewelry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Expert. I don't like to call myself an expert.
Well, but it's one of those things where if you take the time to get to know the people here, understand that we spend more time here than we do with our own families. Don't assume that the employees are married to one another just because they're on the same shift all the time or that they're owners of the shop themselves.
That can be a little awkward.
Oh, yeah. It really can. And it also works against you when you're trying to ask for, discounts and things further down the road as you establish that relationship. One key important thing is when you show up to a coin shop is that you're dressed appropriately. Now, we're not telling you that you can't dress the way that you want to dress as a person and express yourself, but there are things that will actually keep us from opening that door. If you come up to the shop door wearing hoodies, sunglasses, baseball caps, long sleeve shirts, backpacks, there's a good chance that we don't let you in.
And it's not just coin shops. Any retail place would be suspicious. Just be aware of what you look like. I mean, I understand if you're coming in from the rain or from a blizzard, but come in and let us see your face.
And another thing that's really important is when you come into a shop, understand that most shops prefer cash. They're mom and pop shops, and the credit card fees and debit card fees are actually able to hurt a shop quite a bit, and in the end it ends up raising the prices of your coins and your currency.
The fees can end up being substantial. And bear in mind, just because your debit card comes from your checking account, the fact that it has a Visa, MasterCard logo on it allows them to charge more fees.
Yeah.
Another point I wanted to mention is when people call the shop. Now, I can't give a quote over the phone because I can't see your coin. I have to see everything that comes in. Now, I can give general information if you give me a year and what type of coin it is. I can give you, again, a general idea, but more specifics, we got to see it, feel it, look at it.
Yeah, that's a question that comes across the phone quite a bit. People call up and say, I have such and such coin and it's in great condition. How much is it worth? And, like Stephanie said, we have to physically see the coin. Even if you say, hey, can I send you some pictures? It's very hard to give an accurate quote
based
just
on
by
picture.
Pictures. Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those things that even though there's, PCS photo grade, and that's a tool that you can use, you still have to use, like Stephanie said before, a little grain of salt to figure out, okay, what am I truly looking for in this? The next thing that leads us into is selling to shops. Now, not all shops are equal. Some can buy all the time while others don't buy on a regular basis. The coin shop isn't a bank. It's a good place to call, or a good idea to call ahead and see if they can actually purchase your gold, silver, coins, or currency.
Yeah, I really appreciate if you call ahead, because if I don't have very much funds to spend that day and I know you're coming with what you're coming, we're locked in. Otherwise, it's first come, first serve.
And that's an important thing to know. Sometimes they may pay you more even if they're needing a certain item. And if they're overstocked, they're going to pay a little bit less. Because if they're overstocked, and like right now, there's been a big run on gold and silver, coin shops and coin shows aren't paying as much because there's just a flood of extras in the market. Also, keep in mind that when you're selling stuff, that there's times that the coin shop will just refuse to buy because, again, they may not have the funds, or they just have too many on hand, and it'll take a while for them to get rid of it. And so, that's kind of important to have some give and take when you're negotiating. You don't want to try to win every last negotiation.
Yeah, that can get a little frustrating, but it's not a swap meet, but we do appreciate a little bit of back and forth. Coin grades and prices change, so we can work with you. Just don't expect a discount every single time you come in. With a good relationship with customers, generally we throw that in anyway. But it can be very uncomfortable to have to haggle over every single item you want to put in your cart.
Yeah, that's a really important point, because I've seen time and time again where Stephanie, Sean, or myself were helping somebody, and they're literally stopping us at every single coin that we're touching. And what they don't realize is now a 2-minute transaction turns into a 20-minute transaction. And we often, when you're a regular, we already know what we're going to give you as a discount based on our relationship. There's a little give and take, but you can't always expect that we have room in every coin that's out there. There's some coins that the margin is very slim, and I will tell you this up front, forget about it for silver bullion and gold bullion. We just don't have the room to be able to give discounts on stuff like that.
And sometimes I'm no longer able to buy if I've already bought big collections. Sometimes my money tree runs out of leaves, but we do our best to help everyone out.
All right, so sometimes we just had a customer, as you know, we are at the coin shop. That is why this is called Coin Shop Talk.
Still working.
Heck yeah. So we try to get a lot done. So like we were saying before, some shops actually have a lot of overhead, and they may buy things for less more often for fear of making less money on stuff over time. It's just a product or a nature of business. You can't really expect that every shop is going to be the same, like we mentioned a minute ago. Also, beware of shops that give you a super great deal the first time you ever come in. They're trying to just pull you in away from other shops. Those shops tend to later up the price again, and once they feel you're okay and you're exclusive to their shop, they're going to bring those prices up slowly but surely, because they pretty much figure you're not going to go anywhere else. And you can't expect to get a regular discount every single time. Like Stephanie said earlier, you just kind of have to go with the flow, and understand though that we pretty much will do it every time if you're somebody that's a regular customer.
Yes, I have my own special math.
We love special math here at Flying Eagle Coins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. Our P.O. Box is 721296, Norman, Oklahoma 73070. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.